There are hundreds of travel credit cards available today, and it can get overwhelming pretty quickly. Rather than trying to compare 100 different cards, I've narrowed it down to 4 cards that I consistently recommend. Not because they're the only good options, but because they offer excellent value, solid travel perks, and plenty of room to grow as you become more comfortable with points and miles. Hey, this is Trinity with Points and a Passport. Before we jump into the cards themselves, I want to explain the criteria I'm using. For this video, I'm focusing on beginner-friendly cards with annual fees of around $100, flexible transferable points, and a solid sign-up bonus. Don't let the annual fee scare you away either. A card with an annual fee is typically required to unlock the value of transferable points by allowing you to transfer to travel partners. Almost any card with an annual fee is worth getting for at least 1 year because the welcome offer will usually outweigh the cost of the annual fee. Now let's get into the cards I recommend most. If you're watching this well after the publish date, be sure to verify the current annual fee, earning rates, welcome offer, and benefits before applying since they can change over time. Card number 1 is the Chase Sapphire Preferred, and for good reason. It's long been considered the gold standard for beginners, although other programs have started catching up in recent years. The card has a $95 annual fee, and the typical sign-up bonus is 75,000 points after spending $5,000 in the first 3 months. There's currently a 100,000 point sign-up bonus available that ends on July 30th of 2026. So if you're watching this before then, you may want to act quickly for the extra 25,000 points. Before applying, make sure you can meet the minimum spending requirement without buying things you normally wouldn't buy. Its earning rates are 5x on bookings made through Chase Travel, 3x on dining, gas, EV charging, online grocery purchases excluding Walmart, Target, and wholesale clubs, select streaming services, and vacation home rentals like Airbnb. It also earns 2x on all other travel purchases and 1x on everything else. Some of the major benefits include a $100 hotel credit when booked through Chase Travel each anniversary year, TSA PreCheck or Global Entry reimbursement up to $120 every 4 years, and a 1-year Apple TV Plus subscription if activated before December 31st of 2026. Other benefits include no foreign transaction fees and some of the best travel protections you'll find on a $95 annual fee card. Chase's travel portal typically provides a value of around 1 cent per point, although the Points Boost feature can sometimes reduce the number of points needed for a booking. If necessary, you can also redeem your points as a statement credit at 1 cent per point. Here's a list of Chase travel partners, with the standouts being United, Air Canada Aeroplan, Southwest, Air France KLM Flying Blue, and Hyatt. For a long time, Hyatt was considered one of the best transfer partners in the industry, and still can be, although the recently updated 4-to-3 transfer ratio has reduced some of the outsized value, as it used to be a 1-to-1 ratio. The Chase Sapphire Preferred is ideal for someone who wants to dip their toes into transferable points, values flexibility, appreciates strong transfer partners and travel protections, and wants enough perks to easily offset the annual fee. That makes an excellent long-term keeper card. Card number 2 is the Capital One Venture. Not to be confused with the Venture One or the Venture X, since Capital One loves giving their cards similar names. The card has a $95 annual fee and a typical sign-up bonus of 75,000 points after spending $4,000 in the first 3 months. The earning rates are pretty straightforward. It earns 5x on hotels, vacation rentals, and rental cars booked through Capital One Travel, along with 2x on all other purchases. Points can be redeemed through the travel portal or by using the purchase eraser, now known as Cover Travel Purchases section, at 1 cent per point. Just remember that this card earns 2x on all spending. Cover Travel Purchases is a really nice feature because it allows you to pay for travel with your card and then redeem your points up to 90 days later. This is as long as the purchase codes as travel. It can even be used for things that aren't always redeemable through travel portals like cruises, Airbnb, theme parks, or tour packages. The primary perk is TSA PreCheck or Global Entry reimbursement up to $120 every 4 years. It also includes travel protections and no foreign transaction fees. Here's a list of Capital One's transfer partners. The standouts include Air Canada Aeroplan, British Airways, Air France KLM Flying Blue, and Virgin Atlantic, although many of those overlap with other programs as well. The Capital One Venture is ideal for someone who values simplicity. It earns 2x everywhere, so there's never any question about which card to use, and Cover Travel Purchases gives you flexibility for travel expenses that other points currencies may not cover. Card number 3 is the Citi Strata Premier. The card has a $95 annual fee and a typical welcome offer of 60,000 points after spending $4,000 in the first 3 months. The earning rates are 10x on hotels, car rentals, and attractions booked through Citi Travel. It also earns 3x on airfare, hotels booked directly with the airline or hotel, restaurants, supermarkets, gas stations, EV charging, and then 1x on everything else. Points can also be redeemed through Citi's travel portal, just like all the other cards. The primary perk is a $100 hotel credit on a stay of $500 or more when booked through Citi Travel Portal once per calendar year. It also offers travel protections and no foreign transaction fees. Here's a list of Citi's transfer partners. The standouts including Avianca Life Miles, JetBlue, Virgin Atlantic, and the big one, American Airlines. The Citi Strata Premier is another excellent beginner card for getting started with transferable points while earning 3x in several common spending categories. It's also a great option for someone who really values American Airlines miles. Okay, so for card number 4, I'm cheating a little bit by stepping away from transferable points because this one really depends on each individual's travel style, and that's a co-branded card. I know. Transferable points are generally more flexible, but that doesn't mean co-branded cards should be completely ignored. They often have excellent sign-up bonuses and plenty of perks that can offset their annual fees, so it's a little bit of a choose-your-own adventure. After earning the welcome offer, I almost never use these cards for everyday spending unless I'm booking directly with that airline or hotel, and even then, I still might use another card if I want better travel protections. Most major hotel and airline programs have a card in roughly the $100 to $150 annual fee range, where it makes sense to own them and maybe even keep them long term. An airline card might be right for you if you fly the same airline several times a year and regularly check bags. A family of 4 flying Delta and checking bags both ways at $45 a person each way could easily save $360 in baggage fees on a single trip alone. Cards in this range often include other valuable perks like hotel credits through their travel portal, lounge access, TSA pre-check, discounted award flights, companion certificates, and elite qualifying credits. A hotel card might be right for you if you're loyal to a particular brand and find yourself staying there often. The World of Hyatt card is a permanent keeper in my wallet. Each anniversary year, it comes with a category 1 through 4 free night certificate for a $95 annual fee. It's pretty difficult to find a decent hotel under $100 these days, and I'm typically getting over $200 in value every time I redeem that certificate. That said, if you keep these cards after the first year but never use the perks, you're simply wasting money on annual fees. So it's time to either downgrade the card or close it completely. These aren't a one-size-fits-all cards though. They're highly dependent on your own travel habits. Personally, I use co-branded cards as companions to my other cards and leave them in the drawer for most of the year. For most people, I'd still recommend starting with transferable points card first. Ultimately, you be the judge of whether they make sense for you and your travel style. One last thing before you apply for a new card, which I ignored when I first started, is bank application rules. I had plenty of hard inquiries on my credit report from banks where I had no chance of being approved. Every bank has its own approval rules, and they vary quite a bit. The most well-known is Chase's 524 rule. If you've opened 5 or more personal credit cards in the previous 24 months, Chase generally won't approve you for a new card, no matter how good your credit score is. I specify personal cards because most business cards don't report to your personal credit report and usually don't count towards this rule. Because of that, many people like to get their Chase cards first so they don't have to worry about hitting that limit. They try to stay under 524 in case an especially good Chase offer comes along and they want to get that card. You may also want to be careful about automatically adding someone as an authorized user. That card will typically appear on the authorized user's credit report as a newly opened account, and could make them appear ineligible under Chase's 524 rule. You can usually call the bank and explain the situation, but personally, I'd rather avoid spending time on the phone with customer service if I don't have to. Also, if you're someone who only plans to open 1 or 2 cards per year, you'll probably never have to worry about any of these rules. It's also really important to keep any card with a sign-up bonus for at least 1 full year. Canceling too early can reflect poorly with the bank and may affect future approvals. Let the annual fee post to your account, and then you typically have about 30 days to cancel if you decide the card is no longer worth keeping, and you'll get a full refund of that annual fee. I'd love to hear from you. If you already have one of these cards, let everyone know in the comments what you like or don't like about it. If you're still trying to decide, tell me which one you're leaning toward. I read every comment, and I'd be happy to point you in the right direction. If you found this video helpful, I'd really appreciate if you give a like and a subscribe. Thanks so much for watching Points and a Passport. I hope this video helps you travel a little more and spend a little less. I'll see you in the next one.